First thing in the morning, just coming in, making sure things are settled, just making sure people are okay. My name is Jostoneaux. I am the executive director. I think one of the most important things for me is for people to know that I'm here to support them. This isn't a 9-to-5, sit at the desk, enter the data, and go home kind of job.
My name is Madeline. I am a clinical therapist. I think there's this idea that working in residential treatment, that I sit in my office all day and I just do notes and talk to insurance companies. And then I get to tell them no, I go kayaking and rafting and I'm with these boys all the time. It's not this isolated experience, like I'm constantly with people. I wish people knew that. Often the coping skill that you hear a lot of people talk about is like the 5 senses. And it's hard to do it in an office because it's like, oh, I hear the air conditioning unit or something like that. When you're outside, nature is such like a beautiful tool for therapy. And so being outside, I get to say like, oh my goodness, like how does this relate to your life? Like how can we find coping skills like out in nature? There's so many different things you can hear and see and smell. There's so many things that your senses are taking in. It's such a beautiful thing.
My name is McNelley. I'm the residential director. I think the thing that I like best is the service that I get to provide. Sometimes it may be I'm doing training all day with new staff or current staff, going around and interacting with staff and students, making sure that everybody's feeling okay. There's a lot of things that the coaches are doing on a day-to-day basis that just being able to be there for them and to give them the support that they need, or maybe if they need to step away for a few minutes to take a break. And then on the flip side of that too is the students, just being another person that can come in and interact with them and just give them support when they may need it. Just kind of being that ear, I think, is one of the biggest responsibilities that I have here.
I'm Daniel Watts. I am the chef here. I love working with the boys. I truly do. If somebody comes up to me and says, Chef, I'm having a bad day and I really want this and it would make me feel better, I'm like, you got it. That's what we're having then. In the meantime of prepping and cooking, I keep my door open for the boys to come up and talk to me, or if they want to come in the kitchen and work with me, the ones that are able to, they come in and they hang out and I teach them how to cook. What that means to me, working with the boys in the kitchen, is teaching them a life skill. I also teach them so many other lessons that we make mistakes. And I tell them, it's okay guys, it's okay to make a mistake. And I feel that helps to transfer into life, that while in the kitchen you can make mistakes, but you can fix them. And those mistakes don't have to be what defines you.
Boys are not thought to have a lot of emotions, right? So I think a myth is that boys cannot feel some soft feelings. They have big problems too. They have adult problems. And I think that's the myth, that our kids can't have the adult problems like we do. They can't be anxious. They can't be depressed. Well, they can. And actually they explain it very well when they feel it. I'm Dr. Cassandra, so I'm the child adolescent psychiatrist. I tend to see all the guys. I meet with them and talk about the week, talk to the residential staff to kind of see how they've been doing with the groups. But then I also meet with the nurses, and then we have a treatment team where we discuss them all as a group to kind of see where they're standing with the treatment. That allows me to kind of get all the input. If I need to make medication management changes, then I'm able to do that. I think a big thing in psychiatry is to make sure that we're all working together, and that's not the medicine that does everything. It's the puzzle, okay? It's knowing the story. By the time they come to us, they've had a long history of treatment. So by the time they've had that, you got to step back and say, what are we missing? So with that, it's making sure that you actually connect with that person and learn their story so you can actually step back and do something about it. That fuels me to kind of do what I do.
A very big part of my role is to be able to be here to support others to be able to do their jobs the best they can. I think there's a perception sometimes that, oh, he's up in the office and the door's closed and what is he doing? It must be some important meeting, but really I walk around a lot. I might sit in on a group. I've led groups, I might go down to the school and check things out where they're there. I joke about being the backup cook, but a lot of times, yeah, if that's what needs to happen, I will.
My favorite part is the people that I work with. I just love coming to work because I know that I get to see these people that I enjoy spending time with.
When I walk through the milieu and they're like, are you going to talk to me today? Just knowing that I've made that connection with them and have developed that rapport. When they kind of keep me at breakfast and say, you're going to come sit with me today? Am I going to talk to you today? That's awesome. That's awesome. So that's my best part of the day.
Something that I wish people knew more is how impactful these boys are on our lives, truly. They deserve the best, and they deserve the utmost care that they can ever get. So that's why I show up every day, is to make sure they're getting the best care. And that's truly what really drives me here.
It's amazing how it does all mesh together. You know, I tell people all the time, like, we all wear lots of different hats. I've never heard, oh my gosh, that's not my job, or that's not my description, or that's not my place to be. And so really it's more of an attitude of, okay, what's the global need, like you say, is to help the kids and to get to the point where there's the healing involved. The job side of it really takes a back seat to the human helping, loving, caring, empathy side of it.
I wish people knew the amount of joy that can come with this job here. Even on the darkest of days that we may have, light shines through, right?